questions that I asked before I came to LOL, actually not very many questions were asked. It was pretty instantaneous for me, pretty much God. I stepped off the plane and I really just felt like God was saying, this is where you belong. Actually, the words that I heard were Jeremiah 29:11, which say, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope for a future. And right after that, I just felt the Holy Spirit say, this is where it begins. And so I just really felt like that was my answer. I didn't have time to question it because it was that blatant for me.
I was recently on a mission trip here about 2 months ago, and I think it was the second or third night, I really felt God asked me to give everything up and stay. So a lot of the questions that ran through my head were, what about my family? What about my work? What about my friends? What about my camera, my car, all my clothes? But God really worked through all those questions, and I said yes, and said if you want me to go or come back or stay, then provide a way, and he did.
The reality of me coming to LOL was completely through my supporters. I ended up writing a support letter to friends and family, just explaining to them my mission, what God had called me to do, and just asked for them to prayerfully consider supporting me. And within a couple weeks, I had received all of my donations, and so for me, it was completely relying on my faith in God that He's called me to be here, so He was going to sustain me financially.
The reality of how I got here was nothing of my own. Everything just fell into my lap. I didn't have to write support letters or do anything like crazy. Everything just came to me thanks to my church, who fully supported me.
I had been working a lot, so I had a lot of my own money, and then my parents helped me out a lot.
So my advice to people would be just prayerfully consider who do you know that you would think would support you, and just pray about sending letters out.
Support letters help a lot, and it'll be amazing to see how many people actually support you and want to help you get here and serve God.
Transitioning from America to Belize was not very different for me. I didn't really notice any of the culture changes until people pointed them out to me. There's a lot of hitchhikers, as someone told me. There really is, though.
Maybe it's just because of Belize and Belize speaks English, but I didn't think it was a huge difference. I mean, the culture is a lot simpler, I think, and the fact that there's not malls or big stores or anything, but I feel like it was pretty much the same.
Belize is very laid back compared to the States. So what you can expect in preparing for a change in lifestyle is being content with very little. Being content with the family lifestyle of I'm going to stay in and spend time with my family versus I'm going to go out on the weekends. Town is about 20 minutes away, and when you get to town, there's not a whole lot to do there. So as far as weeknights, be prepared to just stay in. On the weekends, there's some time to maybe go to the beach or go explore a little bit, but for the most part, pretty laid-back lifestyle.
The biggest thing is when you live at LOL, you work here and you live here, so you're always here. Instead of being at home, you drive everywhere and go different places all the time, but here you're just here.
For people who have never been in a new culture, however, I would just talk to people who have been to different countries, get into contact, research, and just discover like what can you expect from a new culture. And be excited about it because it's an adventure.